Hello and welcome to What You Drinkin', where we review two hopefully delicious craft beers each week before recording a fresh new episode of the Ginger and the Beard podcast. I'm AJ, aka The Ginger.
And I'm Reese, aka The Beard, and I'm excited to hear what you drinking tonight, sir.
I'm excited to tell you what I'm drinking. A little bit optimistic, a little bit pessimistic. Just kidding, all optimistic. This is the Optimistic Pessimism IPA from the Virginia Beer Company out of Williamsburg, Virginia, not far from Hampton Roads, nice. pretty close by. But yeah, man, this is exciting. This is actually on our poll last week, or 2 episodes ago, I think, and it was a 50-50 tie, which is kind of ironic given it's like a 50-50 sort of design, and kind of depends how you look at it. Glass half full, glass half empty. It depends, are you optimistic? Are you pessimistic? But anyways, I read so much good stuff about this beer. And it was a tough decision. I felt like I was like, on Survivor and had to decide if I was giving the other person my vote or not. You know what I'm saying? Like hard decision to choose the random row beer from the other week, but I'm glad that I finally get to enjoy this. So this is a hazy, unfiltered IPA. Let's go ahead and crack it open.
Oh man.
Oh.
And for you listeners out there, what was it? What happened?
A little splash there.
Oh no. Watch that keyboard. For you listeners out there while he's pouring the beer, the top half is optimism. The bottom half is pessimism. So when you tilt the can upside down, it just says pessimism. You have to check out the can. Pretty cool can design. Plays off the
very cool
half full, half empty optimism, pessimism idea.
Yeah. So lots of foam on that pour there. A lot of head there.
See that.
But that's not a bad thing. Very subtle aromas, honestly. I was kind of expecting like a big slap in the face based on what I was reading and researching on this beer, which and why I say that is because it's been dry hopped with Falconer's Flight hops, which sounds, number one, just badass. Falconer's Flight hops. Yeah, I had never heard of that. I was like, what is a Falconer's Flight hops? So what I found out about it is that it's actually a blend of hops. It's not a single hop as, most beers are brewed with more than one hop anyways, but you actually purchase these pellets that are blended up, it's a blended mixture of hops that you buy in like a single pellet, right? And so it's made up of Cascade, Centennial, Chinook, Citra, Cluster, Columbus, and Crystal hops. All C's, oddly enough. But it's known for its that pairing, that blending is known for its lemon, floral, grapefruity sort of aromas. So I'm excited to get into this. But yeah, I mean, based on that description, I was really expecting like a punch in the face from that citrus, but I'm not quite getting that. But let's go ahead and give it a sip.
I wonder why they call it Falconer's Flight, right? Like, is it because these, like, they feed the falcons this hops to, like, train them or something? I don't know. Probably not.
That'd be awesome. I bet you could feed a bird, like, some hop pellets. Birds are pretty dumb animals. It is a plant, right? Like, birds eat plants, I think.
How dare you talk to those birds like that?
Yeah.
They're just dumb.
Man, that's delicious. I gave it a sip there. What doesn't come through in the aroma, maybe I'm just stopped up. Maybe it's allergies. Comes through on the palate for sure.
Okay.
It's a little dry on the finish, but it's got a good, light body to it. Nice golden color here. Really kind of, see through. I'm not sure if it really registers on the camera there, but really nice color. But yeah, I mean, it's a really nice mouthfeel. It's pretty citrusy on the front, and that dry grapefruitiness comes through there on the end. But let me give it one more sip here. I feel like I'm picking up a little bit of the pininess too. It's definitely a very interesting like sort of hop texture to it. Like hops is what I pay attention to most in the beers that I review, I feel like, but typically I'm trying the hoppier sort of styles. And that's a interesting sort of mixture, I guess, but definitely fruity, citrusy, tropical, but also like a little bit of the pininess coming through.
Okay.
But you asked why, where did they get that name from, and which is I was actually interested in too. It's not because they feed it to falcons, though that would be pretty awesome. But apparently it was named after a brewer out of Oregon. His name, or maybe it was her name, I'm not sure, Glenn Hay Falconer. So what a awesome last name, number one.
Yeah.
But this brewer is out of Oregon, and these are actually all Pacific Northwest hops that originate in the Pacific Northwest. So kind of interesting. But yeah, man, overall, yeah, Virginia Beer Company, I'm pretty optimistic, feeling pretty good about this beer. Not exactly what I was expecting out of the pour and that aroma, but really solid beer overall.
Nice.
Looks good, smells good, tastes good, feels good.
Cool.
I'm excited about it. Happy.
Nice.
So anyways, that's the Optimistic Pessimism IPA. What are you drinking tonight, sir? I'm excited to hear.
Well, sir, I am actually pretty optimistic about this beer as well. But I must say it's it's a little bit upfront with the shut the fuck up. Oh, whoa, hey, calm down. Shots fired, guys. This is the STFU by Center of the Universe Brewing Company. It's a Triple Belgo Stout. What the fuck is that, dude? Already these F-bombs just everywhere. F-bombs everywhere. Sorry for you underage listeners or people with sensitive ears. I'll tell you what a Triple Belgo Stout is. What?
It's not for the faint of heart.
Not for the faint of heart, yeah. Well, American Belgo is a catch-all term for American beers that use a Belgian strain of yeast. Interesting, right? The yeast imparts a fruity ester flavor, think bananas and berries, which can play nicely in a range of different styles. The Brewers Association recognizes two categories of American Belgo: the Pale American Belgo Style Ale and Dark American Belgo Style Ale. So it definitely doesn't recognize this because it is a Triple Belgo Stout. Interesting.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, so we're using Belgium yeast. Maybe it'll have some fruity ester flavors. We'll find out. It's a bourbon barrel aged, 16% ABV. Ooh, see in an hour,
what?
Maybe. Pretty strong there. 33 IBUs, which is certainly a little bit more bitter than I'm used to. I like the 15 range or less. And their site describes it like this: when the moment calls for more than shut up, it might just be time to grab an STFU. This triple stout is brewed with Belgian yeast strain and aged in bourbon barrels. Big, bold, complex notes of chocolate, fig, vanilla, and bourbon dominate the flavor profile of this behemoth. Silence the in-laws and enjoy a nice tall glass of STFU. That's an awesome description, might I just say.
For sure.
I'm interested. They say, when I read the description of the Belgo, right, it says that it's fruity ester flavors, and then their description doesn't really have anything fruity except for the fig. So I'm wondering if that's where the fruity esters are coming in. Is it the fig? It's certainly not the chocolate, vanilla, or bourbon. That's for sure. But let's go ahead and crack this sucker open. See what it's looking like. Here we go for some.
Oh, yeah. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
I got to get a nitro stout on the show sometime soon, preferably from Left Hand. Dude, nothing sounds better than cracking open a nitro beer.
Can you hear this? It's like fizzing. Oh, my God. The head on this.
I can hear it.
Oh, man.
That's weird.
Those bubbles are gone. That head is gone, dude. That
sounded like pouring out a Coke.
Yeah. It actually looked like it looks like I'm pouring out of a Coke. This is a very dark beer. I cannot see
motor oil.
Yeah. I can, on the edges I can see through it. So it's not the darkest beer I've ever had. It actually looks like medium to light bodied. That head, I barely even got a glimpse at it, but it was it was a very caramel, dark, malty, like dark malty color to it, right? Like mocha, like very dark head there. But it went fast, and the bubbles were very uniform, but again, went fast. So let's give it a sniff. Oh my God, my nose touched it.
You're getting bad about that.
I am. Wow, man. I can smell the bourbon, like straight up.
Nice.
which is interesting. It's like it smells sweet. I guess I could smell the fig too, which is weird. Huh, that's really weird. I'm not getting chocolate or vanilla, but I mean, it smells, heavy bourbons. It smells like sweet bourbon, malty sweet bourbon. So let's give it a sip. Wow. It tastes like alcohol.
That's 16%, bro. You're like halfway to the moonshine I've got in the cabinet.
Wow, that's really strong. That's good though. I like this. Hold on. Yeah, I mean, so you get hit with that bourbon just like right off the bat, like a sweet bourbon, chocolate towards the middle. I'm not getting any vanilla, at all. A lot of malty. Oh, a lot of chocolate on the end. Holy crap, dude! It's like I have like a piece of dark chocolate in my mouth right now.
Nice.
And at 33 IBUs, I was a little bit scared, right? Because it's a little bit more bitter than I'm used to. But I think the chocolate like flavor that I'm getting completely just wipes that out. So this is really pleasant, man. This is great, actually. All the way through from start to finish. I'm not, my mouth's not puckering at all. Like this is really good. I'm actually really happy about this. I just might not make it through the video.
I like how it's called STFU, and it mentions the in-laws in the description. It's more like you're just like drowning out the world at 16%. It's just like
everything.
You have one of those, and you're out for the night, down for the count.
Yeah, very strong, man. Yeah, like I said, a lot of bourbon, sweet bourbon on the front, chocolate in the middle and the end. Malt just spread throughout. Not a lot of bitterness like I was expecting. So all around, I feel like this is very, very well rounded.
Yeah.
It's, you could tell that they didn't add any kind of like extracts or anything to it. It seems pretty original. The only thing they did was age it in bourbon barrels, and it picked up a lot of that flavor from the bourbon barrels. The Belgian yeast obviously created a lot of alcohol in this, and yeah, man, overall I'm pretty happy about it. I'd say it was definitely medium to light bodied, and it still sticks in the mouth for a little bit there. The flavor's there. It's kind of like a chocolatey malt kind of flavor, so somehow they roasted the malt to a nice chocolatey taste, it sounds like. And
yeah.
The fig, I smelled fig, but I'm not getting any fig on the taste. I'm not really getting any vanilla, but I'm assuming the yeast was supposed to contribute that in some way, but not really getting it. So anyway, overall, man, very happy with this.
Very nice. Yeah, I've got a kit. I saw some Center of the Universe in a Trader Joe's recently, but definitely need to find that. Did you get that at Total Wine or something?
Yeah, I got this one at Total Wine. I didn't see any other Center of the Universe there. It was just kind of like sitting on the shelf by itself, and I was like, hey, shut the fuck up.
Sure. That's a catchy can for sure.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, that's mine.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was cool.
Well, awesome, man. So thank you guys for watching this week's What You Drinkin'. Make sure you check out the other craft beer reviews on our channel, and head over to Instagram to keep up with what we're drinking on a daily basis.
That's right. And of course, subscribe to the Ginger and the Beard podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. And we're going to head on to the full podcast now. So we'll see you guys there or in the next video.
See ya.
Peace.